On today's wrestling news, we have an update on Mustafa Ali's contract situation with WWE. WWE 2K22 finally has a trailer and an update with the Walter name change. Hey guys, welcome to DMK Wrestling with me, Darkman Kwakpo. And let's start off with the Mustafa Ali contract situation. Now, if you watched my news video on Monday, you know that the previous day Mustafa Ali had requested his release from WWE. It was all over social media, and it came out yesterday that WWE is not willing to grant Mustafa Ali his request to be released from the company. And WWE might have their reasons for taking such a decision, but really when it comes down to it, Mustafa Ali is one of the most talented wrestlers in the company and in the world today, and it would be a mistake if they let him go. I think WWE might recognize that. They have said, it has come out recently that they have no plans for him creatively, which is kind of strange because they gave him the hacker gimmick right when the pandemic started. Then the Retribution stuff came up and it wasn't really good, and then he teamed up with Mansoor leading to Crown Jewel, and that was also pretty good, but ever since then he did something with Aliyah and Ricochet and then he disappeared. We haven't seen him since. We don't know what's going to go on, but hopefully this kind of gives him a higher position in the company as regards to his position in the card, and they get to do more with him down the road. Next up, let's talk some WWE 2K22, and finally we have a release date for when the game is going to drop. It drops on March 10th, 3 different versions. Rey Mysterio is the cover athlete for both the normal and the deluxe editions, and there is an NWO for Life edition with all 4 NWO members on the cover as well. And in this trailer that dropped, there was a bunch of footage from the game as well as behind the scenes content where we saw a lot of wrestlers that you may be very familiar with, including Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Alexa Bliss, and Lily. So Lily has not been ripped apart in this part of the 2K universe. I just don't want to see that doll again personally. And there was even a cameo by The Undertaker, who is my favorite wrestler of all time. And speaking of Undertaker in this game, there is a DLC pack that will come out featuring 3 playable versions of the Dead Man. You have a version of his Phantom Mask character from 1995, I believe, and then there is a Ministry of Darkness version, and then there is the Boneyard Match version, which was of course the amalgamation of the most popular Dead Man characters he's played over the years, that being the Dead Man Undertaker, the American Badass Undertaker, and the man himself, Mark Calloway. This should be a fun game. There are new sets and everything. 2K has been delayed quite a bit. All those releases definitely must have taken a toll on the game, especially if some of those released wrestlers would have had pivotal roles in some of the storylines that they may have in the game. So that may have taken some time, but either way, I'm excited. The first impressions are really good. Go check them out as well. And let's move on to the Walter or Gunther situation. So for many of you that may not know, sometime in the week it was revealed that WWE had earlier applied for a trademark for the name Gunther Stark. Now, it did come out that Gunther Stark actually was the name of a German Nazi U-boat commander, and they looked like they were going to give this name to a wrestler that was going to come up. And then NXT happens on Tuesday night. Walter wins his match against Roderick Strong, a very good main event, and then gets on the mic and says, and the winner of the match is Gunther. And everyone's like, oh no, you're giving the Walter character Gunther now, so you're changing his name. And his name has been changed on WWE's main website, and Walter himself has changed his handle and name to Gunther. So I guess they are rolling with it, but they haven't added the Stark. I believe in WWE's mind what happened was the Stark, when translated to German, actually means strong. So that's where the intention may have come from, but evidently with history and people digging into things these days and everybody being more knowledgeable, it did turn out that this was going to be very problematic, especially considering that Walter is an Austrian. So it did seem quite interesting. Either way, I will say this, I'm not a massive fan of this name change that Walter is getting, and I guess we'll wait and see how this plays out, but either way, that's what it is, I guess. SmackDown also airs tonight, and we are looking forward to seeing the championship contenders match between Naomi and Charlotte. And then we also may have fallout from the whole Roman Reigns Seth Rollins situation, where some rumors are now emerging that Seth Rollins just might win the Universal Championship from Roman Reigns. And look, I will make a whole video about it next week, so do check it out. That's going to be it for me. Please do subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about these new stories I have brought to you guys. And yeah, I will see you in another video very soon. Do take care. I'm out. Bye.